Today, we are going to start a project where we get to create our own 3D buildings. This project will be a lot of fun, but it'll be a little bit difficult, but that's okay because if it was easy, it wouldn't be fun. Before we begin, let's talk about the word architecture. Could anyone raise their hand and tell me what the word architecture means? I hope someone said that architecture is buildings. Could be houses, could be schools, businesses, anywhere where people live or they work. Architecture does not have to look like the houses in Plano. Architecture can really look like anything, and that's why it's considered a piece of art. In this project, we will try using value when we're designing our buildings. Value is the spectrum of light to dark. So in this photo, you can see that on one side, it's very light and white, and then on the right, it is very dark and black. But there's all these different shades in between, and it's kind of a gradient. It slowly gets darker. We'll be using these shades and tints to create depth, form, and value. Our building will be a geometric shape, and what the shape will be is a cube. Could anyone raise their hand and tell me how many sides a cube has? I hope someone said 6. So, if you followed directions, you should have picked up one worksheet. We're going to go ahead and design and draw out our building today and start constructing next time. You should have a pencil. If your pencil's not sharpened, remember there is a sharpener underneath the crayons. Just open it up. There's also an eraser in there, and then sharpen your pencil over the cup. Now, if it's full of just dirt and stuff, you can throw it away. Just please don't throw away the sharpener or the eraser, but you can empty that out. Let's go ahead and take 1 minute to sharpen our pencils, and then we'll begin. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. The very first thing it asks is your name. If you could please put your name. I'm gonna put Mr. Boatfield because that is my name, but if you have your own name, please put that. And then the next thing it says is CC. What does CC stand for? I hope that someone said class code. I will pause the video now and give you your class code. All right, so what we're gonna do first is we are just going to practice drawing a cube. If you already know how to draw a cube, that's fine. Or if you have your own way of drawing a cube, that's fine too. I'm just gonna show you one way that helped me, and then I will give you some time to come up with your own cubes down below. So I'm gonna show you first, and then I'll give you a chance to try. What you do is you just draw a square. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right. Then what you do is you give it some diagonal lines. What kind of lines? Diagonal. So diagonal means that it's neither horizontal or vertical. It's neither. So when you do this, some people think of it as a table. It kind of looks like a table was pushed over and the legs are sticking out. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy that. I'm just gonna draw some diagonal lines, little arms or legs, and it does kind of look like a table that's been pushed over. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect those two lines. So I just need a horizontal line and a vertical line. That's it. I don't need to erase anything. So one horizontal line, try to meet the corner. You can extend it out a little bit. And then one vertical line. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to give it a try down here. Go ahead and try your first cube, and then we'll practice doing a little bit of shading. All right, so now what we're gonna do is you're going to take your pencil. Normally we hold our pencil like this and we're drawing with it. I actually want you to hold it on its side. What you're gonna do is, and I kind of hold it like a magic wand, is you're gonna take it and I want you to maybe slightly, lightly color in a side. And then pick another side. I'm gonna pick the top and I want you to color it just a little darker. What that will do is that will make it appear like it has shadow. So value is making it look real. So what we're gonna do next is we're just gonna put a little bit of shadow maybe to the side. So it kind of looks like maybe there's this shadow on the table. Go ahead and give it a try. Try giving it some shadow. All right. So what we're gonna do now is since we learned how to do a cube, we're gonna flip this over and we're going to draw our building. So before we begin, it's probably good that we have an idea of what kind of building we wanna make. I'll give you some options. Maybe it's a school, maybe it's a factory, maybe it's a game store. Go ahead and talk to a friend, see what kind of buildings your friend might like to do, and then I want you to share at least one idea of what you could do for your building. Now, if you change your mind later about what kind of building you want to do, that's okay. Let's go ahead and have a turn and talk. So on the back, you're going to follow those steps to create your cube because that's going to be the shape of our buildings. You can create a tall cube if you want to. You can make a skyscraper when we get to it if that's what you want to do. But for the most part, it's gonna look mostly like a square. I'm gonna make mine just a little bit taller because I think I'm gonna make my building pretty tall when we start creating it next time. And then don't forget your diagonals. You wanna draw big so that I can see all the details that you're gonna add when we start painting our buildings. Do horizontal line and a vertical line. Now I'm going to add doors, windows. I want to see some color. You need to have a sign that tells me what kind of building it is. So if it's a school, maybe you put some sort of school name. Maybe if you sell clothes, you can put your brand name. In the windows, maybe you can put what you're selling so that people will stop in and buy it. Also, maybe you can draw the street and how busy it is, or maybe there's a park. It's totally up to you. So I'm gonna take some time and start drawing my building. Don't forget to add color, and then we'll talk about what to do after. I'm gonna draw some windows. I like to have windows on either side. I might put a window up here. When I do the windows, I use diagonal lines so it looks a little bit more realistic. I think I'm gonna do some sort of store, so I'm gonna put double doors, maybe some door handles. I want some windows so that people can see what's going on inside of the store. And then I think I'm gonna put a sign right here. And since I'm an art teacher, I think that I am going to have an art store. So maybe people buy art supplies here. And then I'll add some more details. Maybe my store is made out of bricks, so I'll draw some brick patterns. And then what's on top? Maybe I have, I don't know, I'm gonna be crazy. I'm gonna put a helipad, so maybe helicopters can land on top. It's totally up to you how you want to decorate your building. Just please add some detail, and then in a moment, I'm gonna add some color. So once you've completed drawing and you've added some detail and color, I didn't add color yet, I'm gonna do that in a moment. I want you to come and check with me, and then you can either do some cube structures, you can use some blocks. Either one of those, just use on the carpet, and please make sure you put them back in the box where they belong. Cube structures here, blocks here. Or you could free draw if you wanted to, or if you just want to spend your time adding detail to your building or city, go ahead and feel free to do that. I'm excited to see what these will look like, and then I'm so excited to start building these next time.